Okay, let's talk about sovereign AI. You've heard the term, right? It's the big buzzword that's popping up everywhere, from government agencies to every regulated industry you can think of. But here's the problem. For all the high-level talk about strategy, almost no one is explaining how you actually build it. And in this explainer, we're going to bridge that exact gap.
This quote right here, it gets straight to the heart of the issue. There's this huge divide between having a policy for AI sovereignty and having a real working system that you can actually use. For most organizations right now, it's just an idea on a whiteboard, not a tool in their hands.
So, the big question is, how do we stop talking and start building? How do you get from a policy document to a platform that your teams can deploy and innovate on, like right now? Well, that's exactly what we're going to answer.
Okay, so the first thing we really need to wrap our heads around is the sovereignty gap. A lot of people think that if they control where their data is stored and they control their AI model, they're done. But what about the platform it all runs on, the tools that manage it? If those are just black boxes, you've still got hidden dependencies and huge security risks. True sovereignty means having control over the entire technical stack from the ground up.
So if it's not just about the model, what is it about? To figure that out, we need to start thinking like engineers. And when you look at it that way, you see that real sovereignty is built on 5 very concrete, technical pillars of control. And these aren't just abstract ideas. They're the 5 non-negotiables for any system that's going to be truly sovereign.
And here they are. First, you absolutely need data control. You have to manage storage and access yourself, not rely on some opaque cloud service. Then you need orchestration control, so your workflows are completely visible and auditable. You know exactly what's running, when, and why. After that comes application and inference control to manage how tools and models actually execute. And finally, and this one is so crucial, portability control. You have to be able to move your entire platform anywhere you want without being locked into a single vendor's ecosystem.
All right, so how do we take these pillars and turn them into a practical blueprint? Well, the solution is a unified, continuous platform built on top of Kubernetes, which, is pretty much the industry standard for managing modern apps. The real genius of this architecture is how it seamlessly bridges that gap between what a single developer is doing on their laptop and a full-scale production environment.
Just look at this workflow. A developer can start playing around and experimenting instantly, right on their own machine, using something simple like Docker Compose. When they're ready to test it out a bit more seriously, they can scale up to a local Kubernetes stack using Minikube. It's like a mini Kubernetes that runs right on their laptop. And here's the magic part. That exact same setup can then be deployed to a full team or cloud environment.
And this is the game changer. 1 platform, 3 environments, and absolutely 0 redesigns. This approach just completely eliminates one of the biggest sources of risk and delay in any project, that painful, expensive gap between the development and production systems. That problem? Gone.
So what's this platform actually made of? This is where it gets really practical and, frankly, pretty exciting. This isn't some expensive, proprietary black box system. Nope. It's a carefully chosen toolkit of powerful, accessible, and well-known open-source tools. That makes the whole thing achievable and totally transparent right from day one. Let's take a quick look at the stack itself, because it's really interesting. You've got MinIO giving you Amazon S3-style storage that you completely control. You've got Airflow for orchestrating all your complex data pipelines. Jupyter and Streamlit are in there for analysis and building lightweight apps. But check this out, Ollama. This lets you run large language models right inside your own controlled environment. No external API calls needed. It's basically a complete end-to-end AI workshop in a box.
Adopting an architecture like this isn't just about the tools. It's really about speeding up delivery. Because this platform has been designed to solve all those tricky, time-consuming integration problems before you even start. You're not just building a platform from scratch, you're inheriting a whole set of solutions.
This comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? The old way was a mess. You had one system for developers, a totally different one for production, and it just led to constant rework and risk. But the smart way, this way, uses a single, consistent platform everywhere. It's just plain faster, safer, and way more efficient. This platform also has some hard-won lessons baked right into its design. Things that anyone who's built a complex system will immediately recognize. Like making sure services don't just run, but that they actually work together properly. Or designing storage so it's both durable for the system and flexible for developers. These are the kinds of details that save you months of headaches down the road.
So what's the bottom line here?
We've moved beyond theory. This whole architecture gives you a concrete, deployable starting point. For you and your team, sovereign AI can stop being this abstract goal on a PowerPoint slide and become a real operational capability that you can start implementing today.
And that really brings us to this final powerful thought. The whole conversation has to change. It's time. The challenge is no longer about endlessly debating what sovereignty means. The real work, the very next step, is to actually get out there and deploy it.
So the only question left is for you and your team. You've got a clear blueprint, you've got an open source toolkit ready to go, you have a path forward. So is your organization ready to stop defining and start building?